Let's ask Trae which language they are specialized in. Just like this. So let's see about this, and yeah, so it pretty much everything about the PHP Python, and the list goes on. So there is a web view. So this is what I'm talking about, which lacks in WindSurf and Cursor. So I don't know what the Cursor, but I'm using the WindSurf for this particular functionality. As you can see in the task form.tsx, so these are the tasks that are actually created by this, and there is a page section which is getting updated. If you want to start something writing, it will tell you the suggestions here. As you can see, button on click on cancel or something like that. There's a new gangster in town in AI coding space. So who is it? The tool called Trae. So Trae macOS-based IDE, and it is coming soon for the Windows as well. That will let you do everything like Cursor, WindSurf, but in a better way. Not only the better way, but it has a web view inside the IDE that will help you to never leave your IDE and start coding, optimizing, and deploying your app without leaving your IDE. So what you need to do is go to the link in the description. We are going to try this out using 3 different apps in this video. So let's get started. If you go to the link in the description, you will find here just a download for macOS. Sorry Windows users, it's not available for you, but it will be available in the meantime because they are planning to launch in near future. So if you go, they have this download button, and after you download it, sign up for the free account, and you will have an interface like this. I personally like the interface as compared to the WindSurf, and it's actually very minimal. And first thing first, what you need to do is go to your account and go to the settings. Here you will be able to set your theme, light and dark, however you want. You can just mouse over it. So I like the deep blue version. So there is a language. Obviously they have a Chinese, which is simplified version, and they have a English. If you want to import your configuration for your VS Code or a Cursor, you can easily do that with the help of this. Just click on it, it will start importing your configuration. So it will import all the plugins or extensions you have installed and all the configurations you have set up there. So it is actually the VS Code based IDE. So if you have worked with the VS Code, then you will be able to adapt that quickly. So there's the editor settings. If you go to the settings here, you will find everything about how to auto save. Click on and off, you can go ahead and do that. So I personally suggest you to go with the auto save if you want, because you don't have to press Ctrl+S every time you create a code. And going to the Trae AI, so AI chat language is auto, but I will suggest you to keep on English because it's dark. So I have been playing around 24 hours, it will start conversating in me Chinese. So I suggest you to go with the English version, English chat language. So, and there's a shortcut settings. So if you go to the settings, you will find all the shortcuts here. Okay, nothing else, just count setting. This will be a count, and that's it. So this is the editor settings. So editor settings, as I told you, you can increase the font size or font family and however you want. So that's all depend on you and your preferences here. So on the right side you have 2 options, the chat and the build up. So let's ask Trae which language they are specialized in. Just like this. Let's see, because as you can see, bold and bold DIY, whatever the tool is, they only specialize in Next.js environment, React.js, and the stuff like that, like TypeScript. So let's see about this, and yeah, so it pretty much everything about the PHP Python, and the list goes on. Okay, so chat has this context, and if you click on the context here, if you have a code base, then based on your code base, you're going to have the chat with context. Okay, so if you just click on the hashtag here, you will find the code, file, folder, and workspace. So workspace will get all your files from the folder and start chatting around about it. So there is a builder is something like a bolt, as if you have used it. Also something like cascade that give a prompt and it will start building from the scratch, just like that. Okay, now let's get started, but for this, click on the open folder and create a folder you want. If I go to the folder and create a new folder here, for example, let's create a task management app here, which will be pretty newbie. So I want to create a task management, but let's just play with it. Okay, let's say just like this, and let's see if it can do that, and there it will start adding it. So excellent for code quality and tailwind CSS for styling. So obviously it's going to do that, and let me open the terminal here. So it will require a terminal, as you can see. So there it is. It started installing the dependencies. Okay, installation has been failed. So obviously I have this in my Mac installed, so due to the limited permission of this, I need to do that with the help of sudo command. So let me add the password for my PC here, and it started it. Obviously you need to add the sudo. So there is a npm run dev. Obviously there is, okay, the next command not found. We need to install the dependency first. There you go. Now let's launch the server. So there is a web view. So this is what I'm talking about, which lags in WindSurf and Cursor. So I don't know what the Cursor, but I'm using the WindSurf for this particular functionality. Okay, so the Next.js project has been installed, as you can see here. Now let's build something really cool. So I'm going to build a project called task management. Okay, so I have shortlisted something from this particular app, which has the type, status, and assigned to priority and followers. Okay, so we will use this as our concept. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this, give this image as a context. Let me just save this. There you go. So build a tag manager app, take the context from attached image and match the styling as well. Okay, so I have given the input with the image, so you don't have to write it out. So let's see what it can do with it. So let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, so here it is. It looks actually really stunning, as you can see. So this is the title and internal progress. So this is assigned to lows. It has created something like this and like this. For example, new phase. Okay, I don't think we can create one. We can create new task, but it actually copied all the styling from here and pretty much all the styling. So here. And now we need to tell the tray to add all these variables, for example, type, internal, external, or something like that. And now, so let's see if it can actually integrate all this. So there you go, it started doing it. Okay, so it has completed the basic task form just like this, and let's just wait for the page. Task form will be whenever the user click on the new phase or a new task, it will start creating a task for you. And let's see how it is going to look. So it's adding the page. So as you can see in the task form.tsx, so these are the tasks that are actually created by this, and there is a page section which is getting updated. So let me accept it all, and there you go. So there is a dependency we need to install, so let's just install that using the run. It's actually pretty nice as we compare to the WindSurf and Cursor, because you don't have to leave your IDE, because I know there is a workaround to add the web view inside your tool, but this has in-house, which is actually pretty neat. So let's just wait for this, and it has loaded the app for us. And not only this, if we encounter any issue, it will start analyzing it and start editing it. So that was actually the best way. So click on the new task. Let's see if the new task is working. So title will be, and the type will be the content, and it's actually in the planning and Hive assigned to. So this is actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty default for now. So it has also added the calendar and the timing. For example, today is 25th. It has a detect that, and let's see. So we will going to start this on the 25th day, and this should end at 7 p.m. and the task is, I click on create task. So it has created a task, which is quite good. So now if we click on this, that's done. So it doesn't added any, the timer to it, or if it started it or not. You can always go ahead and optimize your app just like this. So there is a tip here, go one by one. Okay, so I have created a task form. Next, I will tell this to add a Kanban style. For example, if it's in a planning or it's in the progress, just add that here, or add the selector here so that you can select that. So this is it. Let's click OK. So new phase is not activated, neither custom fields, nodes, and updates. So you can start adding that as per your need. So this is the first example. So obviously I'm going to create a more detailed video how to create an app from the scratch to the production level, but that will be available on the Kwebby Academy. So you have to sign up for that. We'll be creating a app. So it will be a 2 or 3 hours long video. So this is the way you can use this or leverage this. Okay, and now moving forward to the more stuff you can do with it. For example, if you're coding something in, you can also use the auto code option. For example, if you want to start something writing, it will tell you the suggestions here, as you can see, button on click on cancel or something like that, because if you want to create a new task, there should be a cancel button. You can also add that. So this is the way you can use this autocorrect or auto code option to start writing it at lightning speed. So this is the other thing that you can do with this software. So this is about the Next.js project. So in the next video, we are going to create something with the Laravel. So with the Laravel, we are going to create a set of tools, for example, plagiarism checker using the DeepSeek AI API, and create set of new tools on the Laravel based website that you can actually publish to the full-fledged domain. And for that, you need to subscribe to this channel, because that will be going to be the next video. So until then, I hope you have liked this particular video, and if you do subscribe to this channel and wait for more amazing tips and
do
tricks.
everything like